for joining me again to another one of my mathematics tutorials. In this session, we will be looking at consumer arithmetic, in particular utility bills. Now, all households use basic services provided either by private companies or by the government on a daily basis. Consumers are billed on a regular basis for goods and services for utilities such as electricity, telephone, water, cable for television and internet access. The charges for such services depend on their particular usage and bills are issued on a regular basis. Some of the utility companies in Trinidad and Tobago are TNTech, WASA, Flow, and Digicel, just to name a few. Some companies charge a rental or fixed charge for the use of the service. The fixed charge can be for rental of the equipment, such as a telephone, a cable box, and electricity meter. Now, in some companies, for example, the electricity company, they usually install a meter and use the meter readings to determine the usage. Let's now take a look at what a utility bill question may look like. So here I have a question where it states, a company charges the following monthly rates for all local telephone calls. The first 15 calls or less, you pay 45 cents per call. The remaining calls, you pay 30 cents per call. They are asking us to calculate the total bill for each of the following customers. So they gave us two scenarios. One, customer George, who made 12 local calls for the month, and customer Miriam, who made 52 local calls for the month. Then we have Mr. Paul was charged a total of $28.05 for local calls in a certain month. How many calls did he make for the month? So let's work out part one. Customer George made 12 local calls for the month. Now it states that if you make 15 calls or less, you are required to pay 45 cents per call. And George made 12 local calls. So he fell into this category here where he have to pay 45 cents for each of those 12 local calls. So I'm going to write my solution here. Number 1, that's A. So I'm going to multiply 12 by 45 cents because it's 45 cents per call. And that is going to give me 12 by 45, $5.40. Part 2. Customer Miriam made 52 local calls for the month. So she crossed that 15 calls. So for the first 15 calls, she's going to pay 45 cents. So we're going to write first 15 calls. She's going to pay that 15 multiplied by 45 cents. And we are going to get $6.75. Now we need to calculate what is going to be the remaining number of calls. So the remaining number of calls is going to be, it's a total of 52 calls. So it's going to be 52, take away that first 15 calls, it's 37 calls. So for the 37 calls, she will be charged 30 cents per call. So it's going to be 37 multiplied by 30 cents. And we are going to get 37 multiplied by 30 cents, $11.10. So her total bill is going to be that $6.75 for the first 15 calls plus $11.10 for the remaining 37 calls, and that is going to give me $17.85. So let's look at part B. Mr. Paul was charged a total of $28.05 for local calls in a certain month. How many calls did he make for that month? Now, if we look back at that part A, we are going to see that the first 15 calls will actually total $6.75. So it means that if Mr. Paul's bill is $28.05, it means that he made more than 15 calls. So what we need to do is deduct the cost for 15 calls from that $28.05, and that charge, that remaining charge, is going to be what was charged for the remaining calls. So let's do that. Part B. The first 15 calls will be a total of $6.75, and we got that from our part A. So it means that remaining calls would have been his total bill, which is $28.05, take away $6.75, and we are going to get $28.05 take away $6.75 is $21.30. Now, $21.30 will need to be divided by 30 cents to figure out how many calls were actually made with that remaining someday. So $21.30 divided by 30 cents is going to tell us how many calls were made. $21.30 divided by 30 cents, 71 calls. So total calls now is going to be that first 15 calls plus my additional 71 calls to give me a total of 86 calls. And there you have it. You have solved your question. Let's have a look at another question. The information displayed in the table below is an extract from Mr. Sandy's electricity bill for a period of 1 month. So in this electricity bill, they are showing us what his previous reading was and also what his present reading is. They are telling us what the fuel charge is, the energy charge, as well as the value added tax or VAT. Calculate the number of units in kilowatts per hour used by Mr. Sandy for the month. So what you are also learning here is this units of kilowatts per hour, and that is what is used to measure electricity. So the number of units in kilowatts per hour used by Mr. Sandy for the month, to determine that, I need to look at what his previous reading was and compare it to what his present reading is. So let's say this was probably last month, and this month it's at this now. To determine the number of units that was used, I simply deduct 58.33 from $69.25. So let me write my solution here. So part 1 is number of hour used is going to be 69.25, take away 58.33, and that is going to give us 69.25 take away 58.33, 10.92, and that is part 1. Part 2, Mr. Sandy's bill inclusive of VAT for the month. So let's analyze this question. He used 1092 kilowatts per hour for the month. He is going to be charged for fuel charge as well as energy charge, and then value added tax is going to be added on to that. So what we need to write here is what his fuel charge is going to be, as well as what his energy charge will be. Then we need to calculate his VAT on that, and then we will be able to calculate his total bill. So let's look at the fuel charge. Fuel charge is 25 cents per kilowatts. So it is 25 cents multiplied by, he used 1092 kilowatts. So it's going to be 1092 multiplied by 25 cents, and that is going to be $273. And that is going to be his fuel charge. His energy charge is 20 cents per kilowatts. So it's going to be 20 cents multiplied by that 1092, and I'm going to get $218.40. The VAT now is going to be charged on those two figures there. So I need to add those two figures. And I'm going to get $491.40. And VAT is going to be 15% of that. So let's calculate VAT. I just multiply that by 15 and then divide it by 100. It's going to be $73.71. So his total bill, inclusive of VAT, meaning including VAT, is going to be that $273, which is fuel charge, plus your $218.40 for your energy charge, plus your VAT of $73.71 to give you his total bill. So let's add that. $73.71 plus $218.40 plus $273 gives me $565.11. So that there is Mr. Sandy's total bill inclusive of VAT for the month.
If you liked this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more of my videos.